people, the much anticipated inauguration of the 10th National Assembly happened a few days ago, with both chambers of the Federal Parliament having brand new, as in newly elected leadership. On today's special episode of Parliament Weekly, you're home for the biggest, juicy and most important news out of the Nigerian Parliament every week. I will be giving you a breakdown of all the activities that took place during the inauguration. I am Sharon Ebresumi. Welcome. The lawmaker representing Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District, Senator Godswill Obot Akpabio, is the new chairman of the Nigerian National Assembly. In the election for presiding officers of the Red Chamber, held on Tuesday, 13 June 2023, the former Akwa Ibom governor polled 63 votes to defeat his former governor colleague, Abdul Aziz Abubakar Yari, representing Zamfara West Senatorial District, who polled 46 votes to emerge as the president of the 10th Senate. Similarly, the lawmaker representing Kano North Senatorial District, Jibrin Barau, was elected deputy president of the 10th Senate. Senator Barau, who was chairman of the Senate Committee on Appropriation in the 9th National Assembly, emerged unopposed at the close of nominations by the Clerk of the National Assembly, Sani Tambuwa. In a related development, the newly elected president of the Senate has said that he will be mindful of the enormous responsibilities that the position calls for and that his colleagues will have his cooperation in all matters. The former Niger Delta Affairs Minister also said that we should anticipate an executive that is proactive, progressive and practical, as their laws must align with the vision of Mr. President to protect and provide for the people at the innermost core of their essence. Following its first plenary, however, the senator representing Bauchi Central District, Abdul Ahmed Ningi, told us, yes, we the fourth estate of the realm, on Wednesday, that the 10th Senate will be different from previous assemblies, stressing that they will neither be confrontational nor be a laid-back parliament. According to him, Senator Akpabio was cautioned by the lawmakers that in spite of whatever happens, the Senate is the institution that made him the Senate President and the Chairman of the National Assembly. You know, say na from first step, them they take no whether masquerade go sabi dance. Anyways, like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, and share. T for thanks. Full updates on all stories are available on our website at otherpaper.ng for you. Moving on, the shock absorber of many were seriously threatened while following the inauguration proceedings at the House of Representatives on Tuesday. Not only did the lawmakers in the Green Chamber adopt open and voice voting, as in Honorable Sharon Ebresumi, present sir, I vote for Uncle This. Honorable Other Paper, present sir, you get the gist. The election was also held simultaneously with that of the Senate. To add salt to injury, it was a landslide victory for Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, representing Zaria Federal Constituency. The Kaduna lawmaker polled 353 votes to defeat his opponent in the election, Honorable Ahmed Idris Wase, Deputy Speaker of the 9th House, and Aminu Sani Jaji, APC Kaura Namboda Benin Magaji Federal Constituency, who scored 3 votes respectively in an election presided over Ogulona Kamoru Esquire, the Deputy Clerk of the National Assembly. In the same vein, Rep. Abbas's co-traveler representing Bende Federal Constituency of Abia State, Honorable Benjamin Okeze Kalu, also scaled all hurdles to emerge as the Deputy Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives. The Abia lawmaker, who is a second-term member of the Green Chamber, emerged as a presiding officer of the House, following his unopposed nomination as the only aspirant for the seat. As with the new Senate President and Deputy, Rep. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas and Kalu had the anointing of their party, the All Progressive Congress APC, to emerge as presiding officers of the Senate and House, respectively. Speculation surrounding the status of the lawmaker representing Surulere Federal Constituency 1 of Lagos State, Femi Gbajabiamila, in the 10th House of Representatives have been finally laid to rest. Rep. Gbajabiamila, who was Speaker in the 9th House of Representatives, tendered his resignation as a member of the new assembly barely 24 hours after he subscribed to the oath of office during the inauguration of lawmakers in the Green Chamber on Tuesday. The resignation letter of the Lagos lawmaker addressed to Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, who presided over Wednesday's plenary, was read to the entire House, stating acceptance of his appointment by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Chief of Staff, with effect from 14th June 2023. The former speaker had earlier sponsored the first motion in the 10th House centered on the need to invite the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to explain the seasonal predictions outlook as released by Nigeria Meteorological Agency, NIMET, on the 2023 flood before his resignation was read on the floor of the House. Finally, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has described the emergence of the 10th National Assembly leadership as a good development and expressed readiness to work transparently with the federal legislature. This was communicated in a statement issued by the presidency following Tuesday's inauguration of the 10th National Assembly and the emergence of Senator Godswill Akpabio, CON, and Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas as President of the Senate and Speaker of the House of Representatives for the 10th National Assembly. Addressing their opponents in the election for presiding officers in both chambers, President Tinubu appreciated them for enriching the process with their participation in the leadership election, while urging them to sustain the same level of enthusiasm they brought to the leadership contest in the discharge of their duties to their constituents and Nigeria. Word. So far say we no go see rubber stamp parliament, sha. If na that one, I won't do. Beloved, it's a wrap on this inauguration special of your darling Parliament Weekly. Until I come your way again next week, let me leave you with this. On the inauguration of the 10th Assembly, other paper was on ground to interact with the newly elected lawmakers and those also returning. They all expressed their excitement and promised to serve their constituents better. Remember that the 9th Assembly was tagged as a rubber stamp assembly. Now, the question is, will the 10th Assembly make a difference? Here's what these lawmakers had to say. Watch this.
Yeah, the 10th Assembly will be very different because, one, we are united in purpose as legislators. Even from the voting pattern, it's very clear that we're one. So anything that has to do with this nation, Nigeria, we make sure we put in our best to ensure that we achieve it. But of course, we're not going to be fighting with the executive. There are things that they will bring that if we're not comfortable with, if it's not in the best interest of the nation, Nigeria, there is no way we'll pass it.
There will always be a rapport between the between the National Assembly and the executive. That is the only way things can work. We cannot be in rancor, we cannot be quarreling with each other. There should be a balance, and that's the most important thing. So, and I believe we'll get that by God's grace.
It's people that don't know about the working of the legislative that would look at any kind of assembly and say they are rubber stamp. Leadership under Femi Gbajabiamila can never be a rubber stamp. If you know the man Femi Gbajabiamila, if you know our Deputy Speaker Wase and the principal members and the kind of and the cadre of people that were in the 9th Assembly, there is no assembly that can be rubber stamp. It is not till when an assembly fights executive that makes them independent. No, you don't fight the assembly. Rather, you work for the national good of the country. You don't look at your personal interest.